this little charm. I love how it sounds. So, hello my dear guest, my dear guest. As you can probably see from the title of this video, I am going to do a little show and tell of my very small collection of manga, and it really is very small because I only started actually collecting like 2 mangas, and I'm going to show them to you. And then I have 2 other odd volumes that each of them has a different story. So I hope you will enjoy this video. I am trying to make the introductions a bit less lengthy, and I'm just going to go straight to showing you my manga and talk to you a little bit about them, Okay, let's get the first one out of the way, the first odd one out of the way. Here you have a very old volume of Berserk. It's the first one. And it's very old. It's a Spanish volume of Berserk, a Spanish edition of the first volume. And how do I know it is old? Because on the back of the book, I don't know if you can see it, but on the back of the book it says para adultos, so for adults. And then it says precio 995 pesetas o 4,78 euros. Price 995 pesetas or 4,78 euros. So, if you know a little bit about Spain, you will know that we are a rather recent addition to the European Union, and we are also a rather recent addition to the European Economic Community. So the euro as a form of currency in Spain, it's got implemented in Spain in like the early 2000s. I don't know the exact date. I think it was 2001 or 2000 or maybe 2002. But yeah, so the fact that on the back of this book you can see the price in the 2 different currencies tells me that this must be from that point in time, which makes it quite an old volume. And you can also see it in the quality of the impression, you know. The design is also very don't know if you have seen the new Maximum Berserk volumes and how they're designed, but they are way more sleek and they are color coded as well. So each tome, each volume has a different color, has a different color, has a different color. But this one, the lines are very blurry. I don't know if you can appreciate it. But yeah, the lines are very blurry and the paper is kind of yellowed by time. And how I got my hands on this volume is because my mother used to work as a house cleaner for a family, you know. And the family was composed of elderly parents, adult children, and so on and so forth. And so when the youngest of their children got married, he had to do away with all of his bachelor stuff. And it turned out that the guy was very much into anime and manga. So I got my hands on this little volume because of that. Because my mom's boss, the old lady, she was very kind. She was always giving us people. She didn't give us people. She was always giving us, you know, clothes, food, you know, whatever we could make use of. She was like, okay, you can take it. And yeah, since my mom knew I liked anime, I was like 15, 16 at the time. She decided to keep all of that stuff. All of that stuff. Sorry, I didn't sleep much today. As you can hear, the paper quality is very good. It's very sturdy paper. And I also know it's an old volume of Berserk because the translators in Spain and generally in the West, let's say, they still translated Guts' name as Gatsu, just like the original katakana. So here you can see it's, well, it's a bit blurry, but it says Gatsu, Gatsu, instead of simply Guts. And in fact, I haven't finished reading Berserk. I did read a lot from scanlations and stuff like that, but you know, college got in the way. I didn't have time to just read manga anymore. But it is a series that I do like a lot. I do like Berserk a lot, especially the art style. yeah, I want to at some point collect the new Maximum Berserk volumes. But to be honest, I'm still waiting until I get like a stable job, until I can keep collecting these kinds of things, because I mean, they aren't all that cheap, you know. This one, for example, I just kind of got it as a gift, but they can get pretty expensive. Okay, that was it for my only volume of Berserk I have. This is going to be very funny because it has absolutely nothing to do with either Berserk or the themes, I guess, or kind of the aesthetic of the other two mangas that I have. But it's cute. So, ta-da! Animal Crossing! Animal Crossing. And look how cute! With those big eyes, and the little villagers, and the little characters, they are so cute. I love them. This one is way newer. And the story behind this volume is that in 2020, for my birthday, my brother gifted me the Nintendo Switch with Animal Crossing New Horizons. And in fact, when he went to buy the game, they made him choose between, okay, they had offers, because if you guys remember, at that time, it was kind of the release date of Animal Crossing New Horizons. I can't remember, but I do remember it was on 2020 because it was during quarantine, sorry. And yeah, they gave him a choice between an offer in which he could buy the game and an Animal Crossing case for the Switch, or an offer where he could buy the game, which came with a copy of the first volume of Animal Crossing. And since he knows I like manga and stuff like that, he decided to get the offer with the manga and then gift me the Animal Crossing case, like, separate. To this date, it's the biggest gift or present I have ever gotten for my birthday, and I cherish it so much. In fact, I really like playing video games, but my most used platforms, so to speak, are the Switch and my computer. I'm obsessed with Baldur's Gate. a while, Animal Crossing New Horizons was a very huge source of comfort for me, because Animal Crossing in itself, like the franchise, has always been a very comforting franchise for me. I loved playing the normal DS version, you know, and then as an adult, I saved up and I bought a second-hand 3DS so that I could play Animal Crossing New Leaf. But yeah, it has always been a very dear franchise to me, because it's really cute and cozy and relaxing. And when you struggle with anxiety like I do, or with feelings of depression like I do, having cute things to turn to and light-hearted things to turn to can be a very huge help for your mood. Look how cute. I just want to get it tattooed or something. Oh, look at all the characters and stuff. But yeah, look. It's so cute. Also, all the volumes are in Spanish, so I'm sorry about that. But this little piggy character, he's so cute. And well, yeah, that's the story of how I got this little volume. Now, for the actual manga series that I started to collect in college, but that sadly, until I get a new job or something, I'm not going to be able to keep collecting them. Innocent by Shinichi Sakamoto. This is one of the prettiest, most beautiful mangas you will ever read. It is also pretty graphic, okay? It tells the story of the last family of executioners in revolutionary France. And between this saga and the Innocent Rouge, because technically this would be pronounced the French way, so Innocent. And between this and Innocent Rouge, Shinichi Sakamoto tells us the story about executions and their evolution in France up until their abolishment. Of course, there are many details that are purely fiction, such as the design of the characters. You will see if you read it that many historical characters are way too pretty for how they actually looked in real life. It's an amazing series. It is very much worth it. So the protagonist in Innocent is called Charles-Henri Sanson, and he belonged to a family of executioners in Paris. As you may know, this sort of charge, this sort of work, was hereditary. So if your father was an executioner, you were fated to become an executioner too. And the whole series talks about the difficulties Charles faces when having to take up his father's work. Because in the manga, Charles is represented to us as a very sensitive and sensible young man, a very humane young man who does not deserve all the pain and suffering his family puts him through, and that ultimately follows this path out of respect for his family and out of a code of honor. But he still keeps his ideals, you know. And it's very, very, very interesting. For example, this one. As you can see, Shinichi Sakamoto's art style is absolutely gorgeous. That's one of the reasons why I started reading it. But the plot of the manga is absolutely amazing. I do have to give you a content warning. If you do not like gore or themes of execution, death of innocent people, guilt, and things like that, do not read it. It's a very, 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 very intense series, and it deals with very mature subject matter. But it is absolutely beautiful. The storytelling is amazing, in my opinion. I'm going to show you the rest of my volumes. This is volume 2, and the good thing about this series is that Innocent as well as Innocent Rouge are both very short. Like, it's like 10 or 12 volumes tops, and so it's very quick to read. Look at the level of detail that Shinichi Sakamoto is able to put into his panels. It is amazing. I follow him on Instagram because, of course, as an artist, he's a very big inspiration of mine. And it's amazing to see. Sometimes he uploads little videos of his art process, and it's completely amazing. But yeah, it's very cool. I only have up until the 5th, so I'm going to quickly show you the covers of the rest of them, because I still have one more series to go, and I want to give a couple of parting thoughts. It's just breathtaking. Look at the level of detail. It's completely amazing. I'm in love with the aesthetic of this. Look. I'm in love. I love it so much. I can't wait until I get work again so that I can keep collecting them. And the way he draws clothes, it's amazing. In fact, his newest project is a retelling of Dracula. It's called Dracul, Children of the Night, I think. And I want to get my hands on that so bad, so bad, so bad, so bad. But unfortunately, I don't have the money. This is the 4th volume, and this is Charles' little sister, Marie-Joseph, and she will be the protagonist of Innocent Rouge. So I'll just leave it there, and I'll say that Marie-Joseph is an amazing character. She is amazing. That's the only thing I can say. See, here she is. How beautiful is the drawing like? It's amazing, I love it. Okay, and to finish, this one, I think a lot of people are going to see it and recognize it, and in fact, they are going to be fans of it, maybe. I don't know. It's a very known saga of anime and manga, but the part of the manga that I am collecting isn't, let's just say, it's not that it isn't popular. It got popular now that the anime came out, but I think it's a bit underrated compared to the other part. And I think that now that you're hearing me talk about parts, you may have a clue as to what anime and manga franchise I am referring to. But if you don't, here. Ta-da! JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 6, Stone Ocean. So, why did I decide to start collecting this part? Aside from the fact that it's the part that I like the most, because I like Jolene and I love the cast. It's because I consider that it's, well, this one and Steel Will Run, but at the end of the day, Steel Will Run is like the direct, the next part from this one. I consider that this is the best art from the JoJo series. As you guys may know, Hirohiko Araki has gone through a huge evolution in his drawing. And why I got interested in JoJo was precisely because of that. Hirohiko Araki gathers inspiration from a lot of classical influences, and he also likes editorial and fashion poses and stuff like that. I think one of the most emblematic aspects of JoJo's are the poses. And yeah, I just love the way he draws faces in this part, especially. And well, I started collecting it when part 6 was still not confirmed. And since I loved it so much when I read it in scanlations, I thought, okay, I have to start collecting it. This paper is way more supple. And in fact, in my dorm room, I used to use the covers of the volumes that I have as decoration, because look, they are just so cool. Like, the design is amazing. I don't like the new editions that have come out, but these ones are very, very, very cool. And what I like the most about JoJo, or about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, is the character design, especially parts 5, 6, and 4, yeah, as well. But especially parts 5 and 6. I love the character design. It's very cool. And with these ones, I have to say that I have some, but they are not in order. So I have the first volume, the third one, the fifth one, and the seventh one. Because it was just kind of like how the order that I got them in the store. I didn't want to order them online. So yeah. In the end, I had to do it like that, so I love these 3. Like, do you understand now when I say that the character design, especially of this part, is absolutely amazing? And Weather Report, I love him. It's one of my favorite character designs, honestly. And yeah, I just feel like the cast is very lovable. And yeah, I won't say anything because I know there are many people who still haven't gotten to this part of JoJo's, so I'm not going to spoil anything, but let it suffice to say that I think it's one of the best parts, if not the best, in my opinion. I know many people won't agree with me, but I don't care. It's my opinion, and I like it. Anasui is also one of my favorite character designs. Like, I love him so much. He's so goofy. Look. I love him. And the last one I have. And here you have Enrico Pucci, whose character design I also adore. I love it so much. Yeah, this one was like this one was like 12 euros, which, I mean, it's not bad. And whenever I've collected manga, I've always taken the monthly approach, like getting a volume a month. And for the innocent manga, it's like 8.50 a volume, which is very cheap. I consider it very cheap, considering the quality, the sheer quality of the translation, the art of the mangaka, everything. It's very cheap. But JoJo's, I understand that it being a very well-known franchise, and the volumes being a little bit thicker, they will be a little bit more expensive. But, well, that was my little manga collection. This was a very long video. And I just wanted to finish the little manga section with saying that in the future I would also like to collect Chino Adachi. So I don't know if in English it's like Trail of Blood or something like that, or Path of Blood. I can't remember the name of the author, but I want to collect many projects of his, because it's just, he's a very interesting artist, and the plots are so dark and so good. I really like dark plots, and I really like especially dark stories about families and the secrets that you can have within a family. I don't know, that's very interesting to me. But yeah, that's like the next series that I would like to collect. And well, I think that's it for tonight. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you have enjoyed it. And I hope you found it interesting. Tell me in the comments if you knew any of the series that I talked about. I'm sure you did. And tell me, what are your favorites? I always like having recommendations and hearing people talk about the things they like is one of life's most beautiful pleasures. So, yeah, be sure to tell me, and we can chat a bit in the comments, And well, my dear guest, this is the end for tonight. I will see you next week.